Hello, hello, Young Money here, and today we're going to be talking about the best way to save a lot of money each and every month, fast, quick, and easy without having to plan a budget. Alright, now there's a lot of negative connotation around saving money. You know, people believe that you have to plan a budget, go to the bank, spend less than you earn, all this nonsense. The problem with that is that that takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of, actions and building habits and going to the bank and pulling out money from your paycheck and doing all this stuff. Every single time you want to save some money, you got to go and do this. And that, or have a piggy bank, and put dollars into it every time you got all your change and stuff. Well, the problem with that is that you have to take actions every time that you want to save money. Now, remember the other day when we were talking about force multipliers, and I was telling you how you take one action and it multiplies the result by 10, rather than taking each and every action you have to do it over and over again. That is not a force multiplier, and that's why most people fail at saving money, is because they try to keep a little piggy bank or something, and every time they want to save money, I put something in there. So that is not correct. How do you save money? What's the best way to do it? So let me tell you a story. And when I was a little kid, I used to read Uncle Scrooge McDuck comic books. I really liked him because he's a rich guy. He teaches you how to save and invest your money. He really knows a lot about that stuff. So he was always my biggest role model, and everyone knows about the Christmas Carol Scrooge, but Uncle Scrooge McDuck was actually a really generous person. He was really cool, he was really funny, he always went on adventures, and he was a great little character. So he would give Donald Duck work opportunities, right? And he would give him like 0.01% of the return on investment commission. Was 0.01% commission. Now, if you're an affiliate marketer, you know that 50% is kind of your minimum, right? So 0.01% of commissions. Imagine that. Well, the truth is, Uncle Scrooge would make, he called it fantastic millions, alright? So he would make fantastic millions amounts of dollars, and then 0.01% of a fantastic million is, over $1 million. So he's actually a very generous duck. Now, he gave me this really awesome, trick called the money pie. He was talking about the money pie in this cool little video online that I found. And this is the concept, alright? You've got your pie. Alright, here's your pie. Alright, and the point of the pie is that we have to divide it up into all these different sections. We have to pay our rent, so that's, this thing. We have to pay, we have to pay taxes, that's over here. We have to pay for food, and for our car, and, we have to pay for clothes, maybe some business expenses, maybe we have to pay for health stuff or insurance, and then, where did our pie go? We just ate every slice of our pie. Alright, and that is a problem, see, but it's not really a big deal because, to be honest, we all like spending money, alright? And I like spending my money. I like spending all of my money. See, I don't like to save money either. I know we don't all like to save money. We like to spend our money. But this is no problem, okay? Because if we have a strategy in place, we can actually completely reverse this around and start making a lot more money. Okay, now here's how you gotta do this. This is the golden rule. You gotta save one of these slices of pies. Actually, let me redraw the pie. Okay, we have to take this pie here, and we have to save one of these slices. This one here is going to be for us. That slice is our slice. Okay, so we have to actually pay ourselves first, and then we can give all the rest of it away. Okay, so as long as you keep that one slice, that's the golden slice of pie right there. We pull it out. Now here's the trick though, is that Uncle Scrooge found ways to make the pie even bigger. Okay, so he sort of takes this one slice, he saves, and he starts to save more. Alright, well that's all great and stuff like that, but if you don't have a lot of income, then you can't really make it so big like that. But we can start small, okay? So before I tell you how to save a slice of your pie, let's talk about how to actually make more money by saving money and investing and stuff like that. We all know this conventional wisdom that if you want to make more money, you got to make more money. You got to get a bigger paycheck, right? Well, that's not really true. Okay, in order to save money, you have to first start by saving and investing. Okay, that is the critical step before you start doing anything, and we'll say maybe about 10%. Okay, so that's the first step. You got to save and invest 10%. The second step is you have to pay all your debts. Okay, that's step 2. You got to pay off your debts. And you know, we all know that they like to tax you like 7% or something on all your debts and stuff. So you got to pay those off as fast as possible. And then the third step is increase your income. All right, that is the third step. Now, a lot of people tend to want to start here, increase your income first. But we all see from countless examples of people who win the lottery and they have millions of dollars, and then all of a sudden next year they're back to being broke. So we all know that increasing your income does not work if you do that first. You have to start all the way at the top. You don't even start in the middle paying off your debts, because you're just going to get more debt. Okay? So you have to start by saving and investing. And investing in things like, you know, mutual funds, where it's not like a bad investment, but it's an investment where you know you're going to get a return on the investment in a couple of years. All right, so you don't really want access to this money that you save. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we make sure that you start saving money and you know, don't have access to it, and it's not hard, it's not difficult, and you don't have to budget and all this stuff? Well, it's very, very simple. Okay, all you got to do is, here's step 1, is you find a high yield bank account. All right, now Synchrony Bank has 1.05%. That's probably the highest on the market right now. And in terms of just a savings, just a regular savings account, 1.05% savings is actually, you know, pretty good. I mean, it used to be a lot higher, but for nowadays, you know, whatever, 1.1%. More than 0.001, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. You gotta find one of those banks. And the second thing is you have to set up automatic transfers. Okay? Automatic transfers. That's it. You take one action, one time, and you start to save money for every single week, for the rest of the year, for the rest of your life. That's it. You take one action, you make the decision today to start saving you money, and for the rest of your life you're going to benefit. That's all you got to do. Take a deep breath, because that is the key, man. That's the key to getting rich. Okay? Now, I mean, you're probably thinking, geez, that's a lot of money. You know, how do I do this? And, you know, I still want to convince you, though, because you're probably still not convinced. Okay, I wasn't convinced the first time I heard about this. Now, let's talk about running water. You turn on the water in the bathtub. You don't have a drain or whatever. You just run the water. And even if you do have the drain, by the way, you could take money out of your bank account. I take money out of my bank account, no problem. You're supposed to. You're supposed to be able to pay off bills and stuff that you can't really do with the... So you could take the money out sometimes, but just make sure that you always leave a lot of money in there, you know. But you have a little drain, right? And you could just turn on the water, and it's still going to fill up if you leave it on the whole time, okay? The drain is supposed to not drain as much water as you put in, okay? So that's pretty cool. Okay, now how often, by the way, do you have like a random $25 or $50 expense every week? You know, it's like just random stuff, you know, like all of a sudden, you know, I don't know, you have a party, you have to buy some beers and it costs $30. You know, you break your computer screen and you have to go buy a new one or something. I mean, a light bulb goes out, you have to spend $10. Okay, so you're always blowing money away on these little tiny expenses. So adding one of those once a week to your that's not really going to hurt you, right? You're not going to really notice $25 missing here or there, okay? So you can start small with this. You can start. Now, would it be nice to have, the next thing here, would it be nice to be able to spend all of your money? You want to spend all your money, right? That's the biggest concern that a lot of people complain to me about. I'm like, yo, dude, you should save your money. Well, he's like, well, I want to be able to spend all my money, you know, I want to just kind of throw it away and have fun with it now, you know, maybe make more money later and then I'll be richer later and stuff. Why do I have to save it now? Well, the truth is you can spend it all now. You can spend it all now and still have money left over. That's my secret. Spend all my money, still have it left over. Wouldn't that be nice? That's the power of saving money, is you spend all your money and you still have some left over. Wouldn't it be nice to have $5,000 in your bank account by the end of the year? Would it be nice to have, you know, $20,000 in a few years, $30,000, $50,000 just sitting in your bank account? That is how you get rich. All right? And you can do this with a budget, you know, an income of $1,000. You can do this with an income of $2,000. An income of $5,000. It doesn't matter how much money you make, you can still save. Okay, all you got to do is figure out how much is 10% of your income. I mean, if you're making $1,000, then $100 a month is 10%. Okay, so if you're making $1,000, which is pretty small, to be honest, and you know, 10% of $1,000 is $100. All right, so that means $100 a month. All you got to do is save $25 per week. Right. I just suggest weekly payments because that's pretty good. Smaller amounts, and more frequent. All right. So that way you're not like you don't have to have like hundreds of dollars in your bank account in order to make the transaction. You just need 25. Okay. And if you have a little bit more, you know, spend $50 a week. All right. If you're doing a little bit more, $100 a week. Okay? And if you do $100 a week, by the end of the year, you have $5,000. Sweet. Easy money, right? In a couple of years, you'll have 25 grand. 30 grand. 50 grand. Depends on how much you save. So you still need convincing. Imagine how you're going to feel when you're wealthy. You don't have to worry about, you know, getting into a car wreck, which I just did the other day. You don't have to worry about, you know, insurance. You don't have to worry about, you know, paying rent. You don't have to worry about, you know, going to the hospital or even Christmas shopping. Everyone worries about Christmas shopping, but if you save, do this strategy, automatic transfers, you're not going to have to worry about saving for Christmas shopping. Cool stuff. Living paycheck to paycheck sucks. All right. So all you got to do is today you make the decision, you turn on the faucet, and then next month you're going to be several $100s more richer. All right. Again, it really doesn't matter how much you're earning right now, $25, $50, $100, $200 a week, something like that. Can you save $10 per week starting today? $10 per week. By the end of the year, you're going to be $500 richer. $500. That's a lot of money, man. Now, if the answer is no, if you can't do all this savings, then you really need to check out the Evergreen Wealth Formula. All right, there's a link below this video because this program is going to show you how to make money fast. All right, so if you're struggling with money, you got to check out that formula. Anyway, young money out. I'm going to see you around.